Who do you think should be responsible or sponsoring, that strategic roadmap in a life science company? I would love, as we wrap this panel discussion, I wanted to get your thoughts on, the governance aspect as to how companies should be thinking about, entering this journey if they haven't done so already. Because a lot of companies are thinking about it, but ultimately somebody has to be responsible for this rollout of this new tech with the life science, companies. So maybe I start with Matthew.
Sure. Well, Sahir and I were talking about this earlier. I think there are two. It sort of depends on the company size, right? For smaller companies and startups, many of them are kind of almost at the stuff is still in the lab. It's pre-deployment. It's proof of concept. There's not a lot to govern there. Like there could be some stuff related to data governance. Hopefully, they already have existing, like they follow industry standards for data governance. For AI governance, if you're just a small company, there's not a lot to manage. At that stage, what's more important than a large infrastructure of governance is actually conducting some landscape assessments of what are the risks, what are the regulations, what are also the human opportunities for your AI idea in your life science organization. For a larger company, hopefully you've already done that assessment. You already know what the landscape is. You know what the possible harms to data subjects. You know what the risks of an inaccurate model would be, and you also know what what the latest regulations are. At that stage, when you're really rolling it out, then you need a really advanced governance infrastructure. That could include leadership at the strategic level. So that means that your C-suite needs to know about the tech, and they need to be informed about what's the risk landscape look like. But this is something that we've been pushing at the Institute, is bringing all the employees along in thinking about the vision. So rather than just sending them an email saying, by the way, we're going all in on AI and you're going to be coming with us, rather like including them in the process of thinking, what's the need, what's the vision, here's the risks we're identifying. And then if they're part of the conversation, it's much easier to sort of avoid problems before they happen. And that includes making decisions about, should there be disclosures on whatever the end of your AI pipeline is. Should it say, this has been made by AI? Or questions about communicating confidence levels. This is also really important for AI pipelines. When is it done? Who cares? So these are, I think, an organization-wide approach is a benefit. I also would be bereft if I didn't mention that I think that some people are better at doing landscape work than others. So I think some of the skills that social scientists have are necessary here, thinking about multi-sector. Right? Some people in business develop this habit through experience, but some people also are trained to do so. So people with social science background, with humanities background, especially if it's related to policy or law, these are sort of skill sets I think that are undervalued when it comes to building a governance infrastructure. It could be that my advice is going to be unnecessary in a few years because AI ethics is becoming its own profession. There's even a certification that's like being drafted now for AI ethics professionals.